The perfect pairing. These two combined together make magic. Let's talk about it. Scott's reviews. Take a second to like, subscribe, and then we'll get going on this video. So what are we talking about today? We're talking about DJI Action 4 and the Pocket 3 combo as your main camera selection for 2024. So I've done a number of camera reviews throughout my lifetime, and these two with this combination under here has become my favorite all time. That's saying a lot. So what are we talking about? We're talking about the Pocket 3. It is a 1-inch sensor gimbal style camera. Basically, they took a drone and grabbed that camera off that drone and stuck it on a stick. And they've done that with the Pocket 1 and the Pocket 2. And then the Pocket 3, to me, they've kind of answered all the requests that a lot of these YouTubers and myself have always asked. Give me a 1-inch sensor, a bigger sensor, so I can have a blurrier background within a small package. And they've done that with this little guy here. So is it the perfect camera ever? No, it's not. It has its limitations, and we'll talk about that throughout the video. But it is quite good for what it is. Gives you a big 2-inch screen, 1-inch sensor again, 2.0 aperture lens with a 20mm equivalent focal length. It also gives you this little adapter or lens, the wide angle lens. I think it's a 16mm. I'll put it on the screen what it comes out to be. With the Pocket 3 combo selection comes this magical little piece right here. This is the DJI Mic 2. These two work together with no other cords, no other receivers needed. They just work right out of the box. They were designed that way. And it gives you unbelievable audio. It's got 32-bit float. If you're not sure what that is, it's basically like raw audio. You can over peak it and recover it, and you can under gain it and not have enough volume and increase it in post and recover that also. It gives you a little more flexibility. Same with a raw photo. You can kind of recover the shadows and recover the highlights better in a raw photo. Same with the audio. And that's all in here with this microphone and this little camera together. What else is also in the little combo box? You get your case, which is a normal. You get your wide angle. Comes with a little bag here to put it all in. And it does all fit in here. Some folks say it won't fit, but mine fits fine. It gives you an extra extendable piece here, which is a battery. So it also, you clip it on the bottom, and it will allow you to extend your battery. It'll juice it up while you wait. Gives you a little more length if you like that for recording. Some people like that, and also gives you a quarter screw on the bottom. If for some reason you don't want to use this, it also, I haven't used it yet, it also gives you a little piece to put on the bottom to give you that quarter screw on the bottom, so you can use it that way. I haven't used it yet because if I would do that, I just use this. That way I get to charge up my camera at the same time. Come with a little bitty tripod right here, very small tripod, but it all fits in here nicely, and you can put it away. And this is about the size of a lens to put in your camera bag, so you have a whole kit there ready to go. Again, why would you use this camera? This is the camera that you would use on vacation or filming videos that you want good, stable footage, especially in low light, because you don't have to use, it's got a mechanical gimbal and not an electronic gimbal. And you doesn't have to concentrate on software. It's all mechanical. So it's basically like putting a regular camera on a gimbal and walking around at night, give you the best shot. This will also do the same thing. Great low light, stabilized footage. So if you're on vacation, you're hiking, you're walking through a museum, you're on a cruise boat, wherever you are, you can get good, stable, quality footage without having a big camera setup. Attracts less attention. So if you're in a place where they don't like a lot of filming, this is not a big deal at all. It's like breaking out your phone and filming something. What this is really good for is getting a motion lapse. So you would set it up on a tripod, And you can go in, some are custom, some are preset left and right, right and left, which is probably what you want. Or you can go in custom and put waypoints in. But you set it up, get your time lapse ready, how many seconds you want it to run, and then start from this angle and then pan all the way over. So if you're you're on your balcony at your hotel or wherever you are, and you want to get the whole view of what you have in a motion time lapse, boom, you have it right here, does its time lapse, and you're done. On any other camera, you're going to be a still time lapse, where it's going to sit there, and unless you have a separate device to turn the camera, most folks are not going to bring that. You have a still. It's still good, but it's a still time lapse. It just all depends on what you want. That's my favorite part of the Pocket 3, is its versatility. It gives you that talking headshot with a blurred background that looks professional, that looks great. If you're walking with your kids and you do a quick shot of them talking, that kind of thing, you don't have to use the microphone. It's got great mics around it, so you don't have to use this all the time. But if you want to get that professional, good sounding audio, you could have it hooked up. You could do like an interview back and forth with the kids, have fun with it, ask them questions, all that kind of stuff you can kind of do. It eliminates the need for a larger camera. So, what else is needed on a vacation like that? Well, you can't take this thing where it gets wet. It's going to be vibrating really bad, like on a car or on a motorbike or on a bicycle, all that kind of stuff, where it's going to be kind of like in danger of things. That's not what it's built for. An action camera is built for that. So let's talk about an action camera. This is the Action 4, and it's been out a good bit from DJI. And at first when it came out, I was not really jumping on the bandwagon. I love the GoPro. I had a GoPro 12. I was fine with it. I didn't need another action camera. And then I started looking at the difference between this and my GoPro, and I was like, I really like what this camera can produce. So let's just get rid of GoPro. I was tired of the media mod. I was tired of the whole setup, that kind of stuff. So, you know what? Let's get rid of it. This is where the magic happens. This microphone that came with the Pocket works with this camera, and that's where the magic is. These two working with each other. So I have one microphone and they both work together. There's actually in the menu system here, you can go into the wireless mic and then adjust the wireless mic, the flow. You can adjust the gain, so you have control of the microphone when it comes to these two working together. And that's what's fun about these pairing, making it the magical pairing of sort, or the best pairing of two cameras together. You're saving money there. I don't have to buy a mic for this and a mic for that, or adapters or anything like that. It just all works. So let's talk about some fun tips with this little microphone and this camera. Look at that. You have your little, almost like a shotgun mic. The wind muff does not get in a shot of the camera, and you can just hold it out like that, do your little walk and talk around whatever, get your shot and put it away if that's what you want to do. Or, again, mount it up here, and then with an action camera, you're normally putting it on something like this. Maybe you extend it out like that, and you're doing an extended talk, or you have it angled down to the ground or high up in the air. That way you can continue still talking into it if that's what you want to do, and it has perfect audio throughout. So on a vacation or a holiday, these two combined together, you have it all. You have awesome quality video, you have action shot style video that you can get wet, do whatever you want to do, jump in the pool, jump in the ocean, all that stuff, go snorkeling, have it all right here. And then when you get back to dry land, you have this. Now the only thing missing is high quality photos. So what are we doing for that? Well, that you can use the Pocket to take photos. It'll take great photos, no doubt. But I figure you're probably going to break out for photography is a phone. Most folks use their phone anyway nowadays. The iPhone 15 and Plus and all the other Samsungs take awesome photos. You have Now you have the ability to have a lens that gets almost 200 millimeters away or 150 millimeters away in this camera to take a photo. Now it's not A7R style photo where it's like unbelievable. So in a perfect world, if you had the funding for it, you could get these two and then get your favorite photography camera. It could be the Fuji XV100V, and I heard it may be coming out with a new version. It could be the Ricoh GR3, but that depends on budget and everything else. But for video world, these two is where it's at. That's it. That's the perfect pairing right now. I don't see anything else out there right now that works as well together as these two cameras combined. So this is right now is on sale for $299 on their website. So a pretty unbelievable deal. If maybe you can find it used, I did. I found this one used off of Best Buy for $275. And I got lucky. Best Buy sent me an extra battery for free, so that was huge luck. It also comes with this cage here. Now, if you've never seen this before, so it doesn't really come apart. It kind of opens up and gets a little bit bigger, and then you slide it in and lock it down. Good way to protect your camera, and also this is the way you would do to mount it if you want to do vertical shooting. So if you want to do your TikTok and all that kind of stuff here, you would do it that way, and it will record in that aspect ratio. Yep, pretty cool. All right, let me talk about something that just affected me, but it's a good tip and trick. Who are my Action 2 fans out there? Maybe you still have your Action 2 and what it came with. Well, don't throw it away. Don't sell it too quick. Things work together well. All right, so this is actually an Action 2 mount, and I use it all the time. I just showed you with this. The Action 4 mount has a little bit wider stance and has a rubber grip right here on the top. Can you see that on here? I don't know if any of this is in focus or not. So it's got a rubber grip right here on top. So it makes it a little more. So if I was doing something like really mounting it up and do hard adventure action stuff, I'm going to use the Action 4 mount. But for everyday, I had two of these. One's in my car in the Jeep, so it's ready to go all the time. And I have one on a tripod here of the Action 4. So very nice to have on a quick on the go on vacation where you can just clip on, clip off. Love it. All right, this is where the magic happens. When I did this on a video a while back and went through Buc-ee's and did it this way because that's one thing I like about the POV style cameras is like walking on airplanes, stuff like that. You can have all your bags in your hand and you have that little POV here. So that's one thing I did like about the Insta360 Go 3 was that one aspect of things where you could have it here and it kind of blends in, especially the black one now blends in. That's why I like the Action 2 because it did the same thing plugged in here and you can change all your settings on the Action 2. All right, I won't divert. All right, this is what came with the Action 2. This is a lanyard that goes around your neck and you put it underneath your shirt and then something like that, and you would mount the Action 2 here. This would go on the bottom of the Action 2 as a magnet, but guess what? This has a magnet too. So you put right on the back here like that, you see? And voila. Yeah, buddy. Look at that. Pretty good stability. I mean, I wouldn't run with this thing on, but walking, if I go through the airport, not a problem at all. If I walk through the fuselage of the airplane, put my bags away, all that stuff, it's not going to come off. And you turn off the front screen and you turn off the LED light and no one knows it's on. So no one looks like you're weird. And then guess what this does? I can now mount this if I have something metal. Let's see if it does with it. No. I need something metal. If you had something metal, it would mount right to it like that and hold. Stop signs, street signs, that kind of thing. It would go right on there. So if you have one of these things, or you can find one on eBay from the Action 2, this is money. On cruise boats, the rooms are mostly all metal. Anywhere on the boat, you could stick it. So if you're in your cabin in your room and you want to get a time lapse of you walking around your room, or you do a walk and talk, bang against the wall, mount it up. Ceiling, bang against the ceiling, boom, there you go. So, boom, 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 boom. All right, that's fun. I think I talked long enough. You have comments down below, leave them. I'd like to know your thoughts about these two cameras, but I say if you're going on a trip, on vacation, big adventure for a week or so you're going out on, you're trying to find out what cameras to bring, I think if you get these two, I think you'll be very, very happy. Get the combo package, you get the microphone, they work together, all is well in the world. And then you can find your niche photography camera to take cool pictures, if that's what you want to do. But that's a whole nother video of what camera to buy there. All right, like, subscribe down below, and we'll see you later. Have a great day, and I'm out. All right, let's go. All right, what we have here, we have the DJI Pocket 3 with the ND filter on and 4K 24. We're doing normal 10-bit. We have the microphone attached. So when it comes to the perfect pairing, the Pocket 3 comes into play when you want those shots like the walking and talking shots, the walking around a cruise boat shots, the walking on the beach when you're not getting wet. Anywhere you're going to be going and you want to probably think about, I want to capture the smoothest and best quality footage. I mean, not the smoothest, because sometimes the gimbal is a little bit bouncier than the electronic stabilization. So you got to factor in that point. But when it comes to the quality of the image, and that's the most important at the point, then this is where this comes in. Can't be fast moving. So if you ever used a gimbal in any camera, you don't have the fast movement shots. And you can turn the gimbal, this gimbal, and do fast movement, but you're going to probably miss some things. And that's more for the Action 4, I think. You can do quick panning type of shots. We'll talk about image quality and between these two. It is definitely the depth of field and what the skin looks like for the viewer. The Action cameras, even with the Action 4 with its bigger sensor, still doesn't do a great job on skin. It just has a hard time of making it look smooth and natural. A lot of noise gets involved. So the full frame stuff is always the best, but this 1-inch sensor really shines through when it comes to this kind of stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch over here to the Action 4 and just do the same type of stuff just to show you the difference. You ready, Lou? Should we switch over? All right. So here we are, the Action 4. The microphone is attached to it. It took me all of 3 minutes to switch in and out, but wasn't that bad. Once you get used to how to set up the microphone, it's pretty quick. All right, Lou, ready to continue the walk? I'm not using a ND filter on the Action 4. I just am not a huge fan of ND filters on Action cameras. And the main reason is that you can do it, but you really have to monitor your shutter speed and make sure it doesn't go too low that it loses its image stabilization aspect. Because the camera uses the higher shutter speed to grab more frames to allow it to do a good job of electronic image stabilization. I think she found a smell. I love the skies and the Action 4, how they capture the highlights. In this, you can do the fast panning. So you could stop here, grab there, switch out to here, do quick movements like that for those type of shots. So I have it now pointing right down to the ground near the snow on the pole. Definitely you can capture different style shots quicker with an action camera like this, so you don't have to worry about the gimbal and the gimbal turning and all that stuff. So you can get different perspectives of shots with this camera. What are you doing? All right, I'm waiting all the comments like, you should be walking your dog better. You should make it heel. Now we went through all that. And I agree, if you're walking long distances I try to correct her, but this is actually her time. This is not my time. It's her time to catch up on the news around the town, the gossip. Not really my time, just to keep her leading on, keep her moving. I don't have it on 60p, so I can't slow this down. I have it on 30. And I'm doing the normal 10-bit, which DJI came out with pretty recently in a firmware update. Casey from Camera Conspiracies did a good video showing that it does better in this backlighting in normal mode than it does in D-Log. So we'll see what it looks like. So if it's 10-bit, you can still play around with the colors. But if you have your own LUT that you're using, certain look throughout the whole image, then D-Log. If someone said I can only have one of these, which one would you want for vacation? I could do more with the Action 4 than I could with the Pocket 3. I want more than one. I want to have that good, sweet, blurred background look with a better quality image of the face in video. And the Pocket 3 does that. So, my perfect pairing, and I'm lucky to have this, I know, is the Sony A7R5, the Action 4, and the Pocket 3. That covers well beyond everything. The action, for water, the shots where you don't want to bring the big camera and get stable footage because you don't want everybody looking at you, or it's about how much you bring in your bags, breaking out that big camera. And then there are times you want to have that big camera because you want those incredible images that the R5 can produce with 61 megapixels that just stand out, man. They really are good. All right, let's go back inside. We'll wrap up this video about the best pairing. Action 4, Pocket 3. Share the microphone, share the love, and I'll show you some. Oh, what do you think of the new setup? Kind of darkened some of the spots up there and down here. So this made, hopefully it looks a little bit better on camera. We'll see. This is the first video with this kind of look, so I haven't seen it yet on camera.